a lot of fears. But let's see how it plays out. But let's come down home, focus talking about Nigeria. My colleague is in the studio to wrap up the week. Effiong Ekop, Market Editor, TVC News. Effiong, the market is ending the week in green, one way or the other, after what we've seen. I don't know what will be your understanding of this.
Certainly, we are seeing mild recovery of prices because in the last 2-3 weeks, we've been trading in red in majorly. And so starting from midweek Wednesday, we've seen market beginning to recover. And so for this week, we've had consecutively 3 days of positive transactions, Wednesday, Thursday, and this Friday. Today, market has been able to do very well. The all-share index closing half of a percentage point, and that's a great one. In terms of volume, we are doing close to 500 million units of shares, and with the value of above 8 billion naira. You will say it's not a bad one on a given day, given the crisis that we are presently, going through, and many people don't seem to want to take risk, very far and deep. So that's reasonable. It's coming on the back of MCN coming again to make a very huge gain. Almost a percentage point.
Wow.
Yesterday, MTN gain. It has not been that rosy with this particular telecom firm in recent time. So, but yesterday we saw a recovery. Today again, it's ending the weekend, with a positive margin. Then the rest of the space is taken over by the big banks, Access, First Bank, UBA, Zenith, just as they did yesterday. And that tells you that investors are somehow responding to their call for them to support the act of recapitalization that is going on in the industry. Many of these banks that I've mentioned, they're already out there in the market, on the street, wooing investors, shareholders, and the general public to support their question to have more.
That's true. I was one of the commercial banks today, and accounting person was saying, "Oh, well, our shares are out. You need to get. But it's really available for people to subscribe to. Right?
And if I judge Tolu in a way, I would say they are very, very cheap. Yes. Considering
and they are liquid stocks,
very, very liquid stocks. Considering the capital basis and then the assets of many of these companies. So what they are offering the public, I think it's reasonable.
It's juicy.
Yes, but the issue is always the investable funds.
Yeah.
So many people who would have loved to buy, are they having the funds? That's the issue. So you find out that in the end, only the big houses like insurance companies, discount houses, all those big commercial, enterprises, may be able to get all of these things above the interest of households and individuals who would have really loved, to get it. Because really, take it, inflation has really hit hard on the savings of many households. And so some of them don't even want to do serious, investment. But I think that
because funds have actually reduced, so you need to prioritize.
Exactly. So another window left for this bank, as Mr. Gordon said, is that they will have support somehow from Nigerians who are residents outside the country, and they would be bringing the money in foreign currencies, and that will be able to lift up the bank. But one thing that we want to see is there should be stability in the entire economy. We don't want trouble. If there is a problem, friction, then it would dislocate resources. That's it. It is only when you have peace, and tranquility in a society, then you think of progress.
True. So that just like the president said in his speech, so that don't take us back to where we started from, with all of the reforms and all that has been happening. Because it's funny when you look at some of this. But what's your outlook? Let's just move on with that.
Outlook, is it for the banks or
for
the market?
For the market itself.
It's very, you will say,
always optimistic.
Yes, you will say the sky is the limit. It's very good, except that this problem of inflation and then the currency issue, as the CBN is trying to wind and then see how to tweak that, if those two are really held up, I think the sky is the limit. And again, I wish that we have Dangote Group coming with the refinery to do, the thing.
Take away that import bill away
That's
from us.
the capacity. So that one will help.
Let's leave that topic for another time. But a valid point there, my colleague Effiong Ekop Market. So do enjoy your weekend, Effiong.
Thank you, Tolu.
All right then. Well, let's take you outside our shows now. Asian shares were trying to end a tough week on a bright note after Wall Street bounced and data showed China taking a step away from deflation, while Japan